मेघालय विधानसभा में विपक्ष के नेता डोंगोकुल संगमा ने आज राज्य में तीन प्रमुख जनजातियों खासी, जैंतिया और गारो के बीच लगातार विभाजन पर अपनी गहरी चिंता व्यक्त की। पत्रकारों से बात करते हुए डो संगमा ने कहा कि मेघालय में सबसे बड़ी समस्या है कि सभी तीन प्रमुख जनजातियां विभाजित बनी हुई है। पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा, मैं अपने पूरे करियर और एक राजनेता के रूप में पारी के दौरान अपने अवलोकन के अनुसार ये कह रहा हूँ। उनके अनुसार चुने हुए प्रतिनिधि और विभिन्न राजनीतिक दलों के लोग, चाहे वह कांग्रेस हो या कोई अन्य राजनीतिक दल, पार्टी राज्य की प्रमुख जनजातियों को एकजुट करने में सक्षम नहीं है। उन्होंने कहा कि नेता चाहे कोई भी हो, ये कानाफूसी का अभियान हमेशा चलता रहता है। जैसे एक गारो को सीएम क्यों होना चाहिए या खासी को सीएम क्यों होना चाहिए। तथ्य यह है कि मेघालय तभी पनपेगा और समृद्ध होगा जब हम उस समुदाय के भीतर अपनी सोच को सीमित करने के बजाय राज्य के नागरिकों के रूप में एकजुट और कार्य करेंगे। खासी और जैंतिया होने के अलावा मेघालय के नागरिकों के रूप में पहले एक साथ आना होगा, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा। उन्होंने कहा, जीवन भर अपनी प्रार्थनाओं में मैंने हमेशा भगवान से हमारे लोगों को एकजुट करने के लिए कहा है। विपक्ष के नेता ने कहा कि लोगों को राज्य पर शासन करने के लिए किसी को भी जनादेश देने के लिए जिम्मेदारी से अपने मताधिकार का प्रयोग करने की आवश्यकता का एहसास होना महत्वपूर्ण है। कोई भी व्यक्ति जो गलत निर्णय लेता है और शासन के मामलों में गड़बड़ी पैदा करता है, वह सभी के जीवन को प्रभावित करता है और इससे भी अधिक आने वाली पीढ़ियों के जीवन पर प्रभाव डालता है। जैसा कि हम 2023 विधानसभा चुनाव के करीब आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, मैं नागरिकों से मताधिकार के अधिकार का प्रयोग करते हुए जिम्मेदार होने की अपील करना चाहता हूं, उन्होंने कहा। उनके अनुसार मताधिकार का ये अधिकार आपके इलाके, पड़ोस और निर्वाचन क्षेत्र से संबंधित आपकी व्यक्तिगत पसंद तक सीमित नहीं होना चाहिए। उन्होंने कहा,
ground zero. Therefore, it became important to empower the people. So, it is an empowerment of the people for the purpose of ensuring that stakeholders themselves assume upon themselves the responsibility mandated by this law. And therefore, you empower the people to be, capable of acting like a watchdog. And this is something which is important. Why? If every individual in the rural areas are capable of being able to act like a watchdog, it will only help the government. So from here only you can be probably drawing a conclusion as to what is the priority of the government. That means the government doesn't want this kind of institutions which are capable of empowering people and capable of identifying instances of irregularities and instances of alleged corruption. Because it is happening on the ground. That's why they want to ensure that it is not there. Let me be blunt. Another one is that, what about the Lok Ayukta? If you go by the preceding 3.5 years, the whole attempt of the government was to weaken this very important institution, which was designed in order to deter the tendency of corruption at the high offices. Now, if you go by all these developments, how institutions after institution, then next you go to another important organization, the police organization. What has happened to the police organization in the state? You go by each transfer and posting and be analytical from the day one that this government has come into office. From the day one, every appointment you be analytical. The transfer and posting of inspector, the transfer and posting of sub-inspector, the transfer and posting of other senior officers including the SPs, DIGs, IGs, how these transfers have impacted in ultimately creating an environment which can be capable enough of defiling the whole positive energy that was visible in the police organization. Now, these are only tip of iceberg in as far as reflecting the intent and priority of the government of the day. Therefore, I have always maintained that people must be able to understand and be analytical on the intent of any individual whom they want to give the kind of mandate to take the charges of governance in the state. And this is something which is very crucial for the democracy to be vibrant and to be sustainable. Now, you are seeing, that lots of anger, frustration, they may not be majority, But are they not indications of the anger and frustrations because of lack of governance and other instances of irregularities, alleged corruption? Now, when the authorities are found to be moving ahead with complete lack of sensitivity and with complete impunity to allow these things to happen as perceived and as being visible, then this will only amplify the the whole negative energy that is moving around across the state, and you're gonna have bad days ahead. So it is therefore important for people to understand how it is important for us to look at our responsibility while we exercise our right to franchise in giving mandate to anybody to take charge of the hand of affairs of governance. Anybody taking a wrong decision, anybody creating a mess in the affairs of governance impacts everybody's life, and more so, it affects the life of the future generation. So therefore, friends, as we proceed closer to 2023, I only would like to tell people, be responsible in exercising your right to franchise. Because this right to franchise should not be confined to your personal liking pertaining to your personal locality or neighborhood and the constituency. It must revolve around the interests of the state. The problem in the state of Meghalaya is that the major tribes, I must tell you from my observation all through my career or in course of my innings as a politician, what I have observed is that we politicians, we elected representatives, people who belong to different political parties, have not been able to unite our three major tribes. We have not been, whether Indian National Congress, whether any political party. Let me be very, very frank and blunt, because irrespective of who the leader is, there is always, that whole whispering campaign, okay, why should Garo be the chief minister? Why should Khasi be the chief minister? Why should not Mr. A? Why should not Mr. B? See, Meghalaya will thrive and prosper when we unite and act as citizens of the state, not only by confining our thinking within the community to which we belong. We have to come together, Garo, Khasi, Zantia. In my prayers, that I always do and that I have done all through my life, is asking God to unite our people. Thank you.